right, so we are here today with Mrs. LaQuetta Allen. And so we want to talk about your life in Person County, your work in this community, and your business, Balloonish, Balloon Art, and more. Before we get into your story, we want to discuss the setting that we are in here today. Just Face It Beauty Box, located in Hallway Mall in Uptown Roxborough. So tell us about this setting.
So this setting, this space belongs to my bonus mom and my youngest sister. They are really new to this area, but they serve all of the ladies and even men. They do a lot of facials, microablation, anything that you want to come and feel better about yourself. You'll come here and they'll take care of you. And I'm here, I do a lot of business to business work, promoting and things like that. So I set up some balloons in their space in their window front just to attract clients to their space. So yes.
Okay, so you are also a wife and mother. Your husband is Mr. Calvin Allen, who is also an entrepreneur. So tell us about Mr. Allen's business.
So yes, I am married to Calvin Allen, and he owns a landscaping memorial site business where he will take your loved one's grave site and he'll make it very beautiful. He adds like the landscaping borders and the rocks and flowers and things. Because a lot of times, you know, when you have a loved one pass away, you don't have time to go and keep the site up. And so he does that for many families here in Roxborough. So.
All right, so we want to get into your story now. You are a Person County native. So tell us about your upbringing here in Person County.
So growing up in Person County, it's a trip. It's a very small town, of course, and I'm very family oriented. And the thing about my family, I grew up in a split household, which can be traumatic for a lot of kids. But in my case, we were able to see both parents every single day. That sounds weird, but it just worked out with their work situation. So I had my bonus mom and my dad, and then I had my mom. And so my sister and I were able to experience lots of fun because you get things from mom and you get things from dad. So we started out in Person County schools, of course. We went to South Elementary for a few years, and then our last year we did at North End. Moved on to Northern Middle School, go Raiders. Then, of course, Person High School, and I was very involved in middle and high school and had a lot of great influences over the years with my teachers, my coaches, and things like that really helped and shaped me as the educator I am today. And I learned a lot. I had a great experience with Person County schools, especially with finding myself, growing up and being very shy and timid. I had teachers that really helped to pull me out of my shell. And so I owe a lot to Person County schools, which I guess that's why I'm back here, educating in my community.
Okay, so after high school, you went on to college.
I did.
Why don't you shout out your university?
Well, like Mr. Poole says, I attended and graduated the illustrious Agricultural and Technical State University. And leaving Person County, and, learning a lot, growing up here, going into an HBCU, it was like a different world, like literally. I learned so much about my culture and really found myself. I was missing some pieces to the puzzle, didn't quite know what it was, but I found all of that there. And it was the best experience ever at A&T.
Okay, and what did you study at A&T?
So I studied many things at A&T, and I do want to let people know if you're going through the college life and you don't quite know what you want to do, it's okay. You'll figure it out. So I started off with accounting. Then, that was hard. I moved to business. That was hard. And so then I decided, you know what? I love children, and my aunts had been told me years ago that I was going to be an educator. And so I switched over to education. I wanted to be a PE teacher. I knew that PE teachers, they stay in those positions forever. So I minored in math education to just kind of give me an edge, a competitive edge. And I did that for the majority of my time at A&T. I entered into my student teaching. in high school and realized that that was not for me. So I came out of education and just graduated with sports science. But that didn't keep me from education. And I know we'll get to that at some point, but it got me out of college. I graduated, and then I immediately got a job in a school setting as an administrative assistant, and immediately got a call to be the cheerleading coach for Person High School after my coach, Tawana Seats, left. And so that's how I found my way back into the school system.